All right. Good day, good evening, and wherever you are in the world, welcome. This is Friday SPINZ-SESH on USWC Rocks Radio, the platform where real stories are told, real lives are heard, and real strength is honored. I am your host, King's Voice Ranai, and tonight is not a typical show. All right, tonight is not about hype. Tonight is not about is about humanity, and tonight is about resilience. Our guest today carries a smile the world sees, but behind that smile is a story forged through pain, courage, and purpose. Today, we welcome Brad Clarke, known across social media, particularly in TikTok, as Mr. Smiles. Brad lives with a rare epileptic condition affecting only about 5% of people. Instead of letting it silence him, he turned it into a voice that reaches thousands. Brad, welcome to Friday SPINZ-SESH.
Hello, everybody.
All right, Brad, for everyone listening right now, can you tell us
Thank you. And that's here. You know what? Thank you for giving me the opportunity to put down my brain surgery forms and discuss it with the world. Oh, and sorry, guys, I'm Brad Clarke, Mr. Smiles. I did not create Mr. Smiles. I was told about my condition not even a month ago, and proceeding with my brain surgery, I was bawling my eyes out in front of a hospital thinking I had 5 people maybe supporting me. And I posted a video and went, people listen. I didn't know that. I smiled and I mentioned I was bawling my eyes out. I'm a 31-year-old male. I'm Brad Clarke.
all right, thank you so much, Brad. And now, Brad, for everyone listening right now, can you tell us who you are today and where you're joining us from?
So I am joining you from the beautiful city of Guelph, Ontario, Canada. And it's minus 22 right now. So we have to stay nice and bundled and warm and keep smiling, right? And remember, I just mentioned Canada, right? Yeah, so the green is legal here. And I have my brain surgery coming up, right? Okay, yeah.
All right. Yeah. Hearing that, you can already feel the strength in your voice. You're not just speaking from a place on the map. So, Brad, speaking from a place of survival, growth, and purpose. And right now, the world is listening. All right. So now, when people hear the name Mr. Smiles, what do you want them to understand about the man behind the name?
He's absolutely terrified for his life. And well, how can that even be possible? How can you smile if you're terrified for your life? That's the point. Unfortunately, at any given point in my life, I fall over and I will have a seizure. And these epileptic seizures are just at any given moment. So I'm not going to be able to mention this across all social media platforms, but it's my life-saving medication. So I can read on it, though, that it says, place 1 tablet under the tongue twice daily when required, 2 or more auras as directed. So what that means by auras is if I'm going to be on radio and camera, I will apologize in advance if you see me blank out. It is me having an epileptic seizure. And if I'm going to be speaking to the entire world, it's going to happen. But there's 2 choices, right? You can either stand up, cry, and go hide. Or I stand up, I give my head a shake, and I go, wait a second, no, you're Brad Clarke. You're Mr. Smiles. Yeah, right? You gotta go. And then I pop one of my medications and it does brain damage. It's epilepsy. brain surgery coming up. I'm terrified, right? I keep mentioning that over and over again, and people say, "Oh, you need to go get help." I didn't believe in online support at first. Now I am talking to the entire world about my life story. Are you kidding me? Like, I am so happy that one person listened. But now I'm not even talking to the USWC. I am talking to the entire world. You guys are just listening to us. Yes, because you're listening to me. Yes, and thank you guys for letting me join the family. Because I am here representing us, the USWC, because we support each other. And that's the point of our channel.
Exactly.
We're yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's right there. Changes everything. Mr. Smiles isn't about pretending life is easy. It's about choosing light when darkness tries to take over. So that smile carries weight, history, and truth. Now, who was Brad Clarke before the diagnosis? What was life like before epilepsy entered your story?
So Brad Clarke is a twin, by the way. And yeah, exactly, not identical. So don't you dare try to, yeah, no. So growing up, just always being an athlete and everything like that. And for some odd reason, that's just Mr. Smiles actually has just been Mr. Smiles his whole life. And I've gotten, see, I say it's a hilarious opportunity. It's what's made Mr. Smiles. But a lot of people, if you were put into my shoes, you would not see it this way. So what do I mean by that? And okay, so I've felt like a rock star my whole entire life. And I have not had much to show for it other than my smile. And that's what's inspiring. That's what's admirable. My last district manager said it was intoxicating, my smile. Oopsies, my apologies, it's a disease. But that's like, in high school, I like this right here, this one scenario. So I got pantsed in front of my whole entire cafeteria. And obviously, most people would run out and start crying or something. And instead, I just started laughing with everybody and pulled my pants up and moved on with my day. And that's nobody, like everybody else just laughed along, right? And we all moved on. Nobody held it against me, but that's because I was Mr. Smiles. We moved on to the next joke about Mr. Smiles. And it made me an all-star in high school. And then I became the assistant general manager of a restaurant, and I got to serve Adam Sandler. And after serving Adam Sandler as a human being, that's like, he was not an all-star. He was, exactly, I don't have to repeat his name. He was so humane and human, and he was so amazing. He didn't like the way we cooked his steak. And I was the manager, I was the one serving him. So his agent came back and said, "Oh yeah, like, can we just get it recooked?" And you would think somebody with all the fame and fortune would just, this place sucks or something. No, like, he was just very like, "Don't remake me a new steak. Can you just put it back on the grill and bring it back out?" And he tipped 15% like a normal human being is supposed to. But not only that, so I brought that up in my small town of Guelph, Ontario, Canada. So I was all over the news and the radio. So when I was busy doing that, he came back to that restaurant again the next day. And I lost an opportunity to maybe discuss, "Oh, hey, Brad Clarke, what did you actually want to do in life before epilepsy too?" I wanted to be a singer, an actor. I wanted to make a name for myself. And as you are sitting there listening, that's what, this guy doesn't shut up. Like, he's Mr. Smiles. And I mentioned I'm terrified for my life. I am so rare, and I didn't even know it. And I didn't have the background positivity of my brain surgery to just be like, you're in trouble. You need help and you need support. And somebody said, "Oh, look up." And I went, "Oh, yeah, I don't believe. I believe." And I believe in you, a human being. I believe in anything that is going to keep me going till the end, you know? And the end could be 5 seconds from now, or it could be 50 years. You know what? That's a lot. Yeah. I have CBD gummies downstairs that help me reduce stress and anxiety. I said I was celebrating my sobriety. I've mentioned, and that's what I mean. In a lot of states, this would be 100% illegal or something. But I have to move forward with sobriety because I was deemed temporarily unavailable for this brain surgery a few years back due to alcohol and substance use. Yeah, I know. Like, you're an idiot, Brad, and I admit that to the world. I'm not just talking to my social media platforms anymore, right? So you have to be honest. So I was so scared to get in front of a camera, my own, at first. But now, oh my God, you're talking, oh my God, you're talking to more than one person. It's terrifying. You know what? If you're going to be yourself, be yourself. Don't hide. And if you're going to be yourself, though, don't lie, because you will be held accountable. And that's where I found out, oh my goodness, like, I just had a message pop up saying, I'm so proud of you. It's just one of the 5 social media platforms that, for one, USWC mentioned when I told my story to you guys, do you have TikTok? And I was like, no. Like, why would I have that? I have a dent in my face. I'm the most awkwardly social person. I just have a very interesting epilepsy story, and I'm allowed to use cannabis because not only one is it legal, but it's medically provided. There's such thing as medical cannabis licenses, correct? But in Canada, there's such thing as a can-sell license. And what that is it means you can just sell cannabis at a store and things like that, right? So I've worked at multiple cannabis stores. And what I have to tell customers is once they bring up anything medically, I have to say, I am not a medical professional. I am a can-sell certified cannabis dealer. And you wouldn't be allowed to promote that in other countries but I'm in Canada, it's on my resume. So me saying that moving forward, right? I'm allowed to medically use CBD to help reduce my stress and anxiety. And, oh, by the way, it was recommended, preparing for the brain surgery that's going to be happening in the next 3 to 5 months, to stay off social media platforms to reduce stress and anxiety. And all I have gotten is non-stop support. I've gone from walking in the kitchen back and forth and back and forth. Am I about to embarrass myself to the whole entire world? And I'm still sitting here thinking that, right? I just want to be myself. I want to share my true story, right? I got nothing to hide.
Right, right. Wow. You know what, Brad? Listening to that, you realize something powerful. So epilepsy didn't create you, right? It interrupted you, and even before the storm, the strength was already there, waiting to be revealed. So yeah, you were diagnosed with a rare epileptic condition. Take us back to that moment. What went through your mind when you heard the words?
So, so when I heard the words, what happened, and it's funny, I mentioned this dent in my nose, right? So it requires rhinoplasty surgery. So the very, very first seizure I had was at a Domino's Pizza. And on one of the metal countertops, I guess I was on the phone with one of the customers ordering a pizza, and I just started talking gibberish. And one of the other employees looked over, said, like, Brad, are you okay? And I was just going like, blah, blah, blah. And I have no recollection of that. But 2 seconds later, I fell and I smashed my face just on a counter. And I supposedly started seizing. And I still haven't witnessed one firsthand of myself having a seizure. But I remember the owner of the Domino's Pizza was just like, you just had a seizure. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, no, I didn't. He's like, the paramedics are on their way. Like, you need to stay still. And I was like, what is epilepsy? And I was diagnosed that day with epilepsy. Yeah, and what exactly? So you say, oh, like, I still, nobody knows it's a brain disease.
Yeah, you know what? You can hear the weight of that moment. A single sentence from a doctor, okay, can change everything. But what stands out is this: even in shock, all right, because of what happened to you, even in fear, you're still standing. You're still standing, Brad. Now, what was the darkest or most challenging moment you faced living with epilepsy, emotionally or physically?
That's thinking I had no support, for one. And that's, remember, support is free. I'm just talking about my personal life, Brad Clarke, and I have support from a whole new family. And so the most terrifying moment of my whole entire life with epilepsy relation was one night I was just with my family and I blinked, just like I did now, just like you did. But I woke up 7 days later from a medically induced coma, and I tried to speak, and it was during COVID. So the medical, like, they were under so much stress, and they still are. So my bed was needed by another patient who was dying, right? So needed to get me out of the ICU as quick as possible. So I tried to say something to get the nurse's attention, and I was like, I was like, oh, that doesn't sound like Brad Clarke. And I tried it again, and I was like, and I guess they tried to wake me up from the medically induced coma a couple days into it, and I instantly started seizing again. So they had to put the ventilator back in, and it must have just done some little damage or something that it took a little bit to recover from. That once the nurse did come, she tried to explain the situation, and I was out of an ICU within a few hours and back at home, being watched by my parents and my twin brother. And that's like, I'm thinking about it right now, and I'm going, what did I do? Like, why I almost died? I was in a medically induced coma. I blinked my eyes. Okay, what were you doing before it? What led up to it? Nothing. I was talking to my family like I'm talking to you right now, which is why I've apologized in advance if anything happens live recording. It's a disease. It's not Brad, okay? I choose to smile. And if I ever cry on camera, guys, it's Brad Clarke, okay? I want to smile. I need to be happy. I'm moving forward with brain surgery. Come on. You just got to keep going, right?
Well, Brad, thank you for trusting us with that. That level of honesty takes courage, right? And the lowest moments don't define us, but they reveal what we're made of. And Brad, you're proof that pain doesn't get the final word. And especially, you have your family back you up. You have your family taking care of you.
Every single one of them. Like, they are just like, I can't believe it, and that's me and my twin. And that's mean that if I start to cry on live camera, guys, I'm 31 years old, I'm straight, and I'm sober, and I'm terrified for my life. And I'm talking about my own personal experience, right? So I've never had to witness my own twin brother fall flat on his face and make out with concrete, pavement, and try to control him and witness him seize. And I've been referred to as, oh, let's see, a crackhead, or you see people doing things on the street, right? And you think they're overdosing, or no, I'm having a seizure, an epileptic seizure where you need to pop one of those pills in my mouth to save my life. Like, come on. Like, I'm not asking for a lot. I'm not asking for donations or money. I'm asking, can you please come help me? I'm Brad Clarke. And that's so the support, and that's what I mean. Like, every time he looks into my eyes, I had a couple seizures yesterday. And like, how do you keep going being somebody supported like that? And that's why I'm moving forward with my brain surgeries. I need to get this fixed. He needs to worry about himself. Everybody else needs to worry about themselves. But I guess if you're inspired by a smile and a true story, then I guess it's very nice to meet you. I'm Brad Clarke.
All right. There came a moment when you chose not to hide your condition, but to use it as a voice. When did that shift happen?
So that shift happened when just a complete stranger listened to my actual story with the right temporal lobe epilepsy and atypical language dominance. And I said how, okay, I'm going to lose my capability of finishing a sentence when we proceed with this brain surgery. And the brain surgery, I don't know the specific type we're doing yet. It's just we're moving forward with the surgery. So I mentioned how my neurologist said, Brad, you're not going to be able to finish a sentence. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, how can you not finish a sentence? And people with right temporal lobe epilepsy have had 10 brain surgeries. And people with atypical language dominance, I've never even heard of it before until we put two peas in a pod.
Yeah.
And that's where, Brad Clarke, you were in a lot of trouble. And that's why they said, you know what, stay off social media because you need to take this seriously. So if you Google those two, that's where the 5% comes up. And it's like, uh-oh. And I've been told that it's only a 60 to 80% chance that I'm going to be seizure-free
Okay.
afterwards, but 100% damage is going to be affected to my speech.
Wow.
I wanted to sing. I can't shut up.
Yeah.
And it's because I'm scared, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to go forward with the surgery if I don't have to.
Yeah.
I didn't even know people with right temporal lobe epilepsy
Right.
have had 10 brain surgery and are still seizing.
Mm.
I'm preparing for my first, and people are reaching out to me from epilepsy groups, from cannabis groups, from all of these places saying, we support you, we're here with you. Not one single person has said, I have that. And that's where I'm going like, ah. And before you called, that's somebody posted on one of my social media platforms. And it was an epilepsy support group.
Wow.
And they said, we're following your story. And it was the admin.
Wow.
So I went, oh boy. Like, and this group has 90,000 plus members in it. And it was me on camera explaining my disease. So that's where I went, oh shoot. Not only do I have America watching, now I have Canada watching. Oh wait, now I got the world watching, and it's exactly, I'm smiling, I'm being myself. And you can tell me to shut up, right? Like, and but that's the exciting part, right? Is I might have to shut up. That's you just gotta keep going, right?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. You know what? That shift you describe is really powerful. That's the moment a survivor becomes a leader. So when silence turns into purpose and fear turns into fuel. All right. Now, you inspire thousands online. How do you transform seizures, struggles, and uncertainty into hope for others?
You? And by you, I'm not talking about, USWC. I'm talking about literally leaving a hospital, crying. And like I said, mentioning I was bawling, and I just went, you know what? Hey, world, here's my brain surgery process. And that's what I mean. I have it pinned on my TikTok because it's still by the moment. All the epileptics, all the holy thousands of supporters, I didn't believe I had one. And that's what I mean. You look at my Facebook or Instagram and you see 1 or 2 likes on each of my 10 posts a day. And then I go to my other platform, and that's where exactly you think this guy's being an idiot, Mr. Smiles. Like, go look at that video, and it is the most inspiring thing in the world. I thought, and you mentioned 3 weeks ago. So how do social media platforms work? How does radio work? How does Brad Clarke work? So I had an inspirational person tell me, just create a TikTok account for fun. And I wasn't going to do it. I was like, you know what? This is a joke. Like, it's for attention seekers. Or that's exactly, I didn't know, right? I didn't have an understanding. I'm being honest. That's like you mentioned, like that's just 3 weeks ago. I was camera shy. I was terrified to tell my personal story. And now I'm on radio, baby. Like, I'm Brad Clarke. I'm Mr. Smiles, and I need all the support I can get, because this is a very interesting story, and it's my story. Like, it's Mr. Smiles, right? And I'm gonna keep talking, and I'm gonna keep smiling, and I'm gonna keep rocking, and I'm gonna keep filling out brain surgery forms while I'm enjoying some of the green, because I'm allowed to.
Right, yeah, that's why, you know what,
Awesome.
people
Yeah.
connect to you, and you're not selling in motivation. You're living it. You turn something that could have broken you could have broken you into pieces.
2,300 as we speak.
Something that's building others up, right? So now, have you ever received a message from someone saying your story helped them survive another day? What did that do to your heart?
That's where do I begin? My heart. How about my brain and my smile and my motivation and my inspiration and my, you know what? Don't listen to those 2 comments that say you're embarrassing yourself. Nice face, you idiot. There's other people that go, I'm following your story. I'm listening to you. You made me smile today. People are waking up and going, where's your video? Are you okay? Are you smiling? I need to smile today. And I go, so do I. We're alive. It's a reason to smile. I am just talking and I'm smiling. And that's where am I going to go after this interview and radio edition is I'm going to go back to my social media platforms and smile. And I'm hopefully not going to have a seizure. Knock on wood. Right?
All right, yeah. When you hear that your story helps someone stay alive for one more day, that's not social media. That's ministry. You know, that's your mission. And that's impact. That's legacy being formed in real time. Right?
So that was through Threads actually first. And then it went to Instagram. Now it's on Facebook. And I'm leaving it at that for now, because I'm not really sure how TikTok works with that one yet. That's what I mean, because it seems I can't mention, you can swear profanity all you want, right? But that's, so USW channels and I started speaking 3 months ago. And it was all because of Threads, TikTok, and Facebook, and it being legal. And that's what I mean. You guys are just talking to me. You're helping me smile. You're helping me get through my process and my journey by smiling. And that's what I mean. I didn't believe in online support, right? So somebody from USWC reached out to me and has just been following every single post of mine. And they haven't sent any donations or anything. They just said, you know what? I'm here to support you if you ever need me. And I've spoken to them time and time again, and they just said, you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta keep going. Like, your smile does inspire. So me and her haven't even spoken in a little while because I've been too busy speaking to others about how inspiring it is to just smile. And not being told I rock, I'm telling you, you rock. Like, that's the point. Exactly. If I can smile, you can smile. I hope. And I'm not trying to be cocky. It's confidence. I didn't have it 3 weeks ago, but all of a sudden people know who Brad Clarke is. Mr. Smiles. That's me.
Right, right. Now, for someone listening right now who feels trapped by diagnosis or an invisible battle, or let's say they're having a huge problem, huge trials in their lives, I want you to finish this sentence for us. No matter what you're facing, always remember
to be yourself. There's nothing to hide as long as you're being honest. I have the most inspiring story that I didn't even know existed until I went, you know what, Brad? Smile. You're on camera. And it has just been nonstop. Smile. And there we go. Like, thank you. Just for hearing and listening and smiling.
All right. Let that sit for a moment. If you're listening right now and needed a sign, this is it. Brad Clarke didn't just share words. He shared a lifeline. And that message will echo far beyond this show. Be like Brad. Be yourself. All right. Okay, so here we go. Let's have this quick commercial break. All right, so this segment is brought to you by USWC Channel, the media company breaking all the rules, where cannabis brands once faced restrictions. USWC offers compliant global reach because, let's be real, a business that can't market or advertise its products will never reach its full potential. Our success is your success. And we're building a transparent, authenticated network that delivers real ROI. So for advertisers and creators alike, we're not here to play games. We're here to change the world. Please learn more to become a sponsor at uswchannel.com. All right? And also let us take a moment to recognize voices that educate, inform, and challenge the culture. Shout out to the Daily Dose podcast, powered by USWC and hosted by, of course, our CEO Shane Duell, Scott Migdol, and Jennifer Twainey. So this is where conversation meets clarity and community meets truth. So if you want real talk with real insight, the Daily Dose podcast is essential listening. All right? And also, I want to briefly highlight the King's Dominion podcast, hosted by me, King's Voice Randai. This podcast is a ministry of Jesus Kingdom Movement, reaching the cannabis community and beyond, powered by USWC Channel. So it is about identity, purpose, and leadership in real life. Now, if you are blessed and want to support this podcast, please scan the QR code in your screen right now. All right, so let's have a few announcements and special greetings. So, of course, special greetings to our CEO, Shane Duell. Thank you so much for building this platform where stories like Brad are honored. All right, calling all indie artists, join Free Spins and get the opportunity to be interviewed right here on Friday's SPINZ-SESH. And also, I'm calling all the advertisers and investors, partner with USWC Channel and grow with the Global Compliant Media Network. Please download the USWC Channel application in Google Play and Apple App Store so you can explore the USWC programs. All right? All right. So now, Brad, please just promote your social media. Go ahead, Brad.
So I am Brad Clarke, Mr. Smiles. And that's, I guess, before I go back to filling out my brain surgery process forms, I just want to thank you all for even seeing me and believing me. And you've inspired me to just keep going. any given moment, I will seize. I'm going to get back up, stand up, and smile. I'm Brad Clarke. I am Mr. Smiles. It is very nice to meet every single one of you.
All right, all right. All right, so to everyone listening today, remember this. Some battles are invisible, some strength is quiet, and some smiles are earned through storms. Brad Clarke, thank you for reminding us that courage does not always roar. Sometimes it simply shows up and smiles anyway. This is Friday's SPINZ-SESH on USWC Rocks Radio. I am King's Voice Randay. God bless everyone, and I love you all.